In this video, we're going to be talking about roots of a quadratic graph. Now, if you remember from previous videos, a quadratic graph has the equation ax squared plus bx plus c. And when we talk about roots algebraically, this is when this equation equals 0. So when y equals 0. On a graph, this corresponds to where the graph crosses the x-axis, because the x-axis is the line y equals 0. With quadratic graphs, there's 3 different possibilities for roots. The red graph on the right-hand side crosses the x-axis twice, so it has 2 roots. The blue one crosses the x-axis once, so it only has 1 root. And the green graph does not cross the x-axis. So what we say, it has no real solutions or no roots. Now, what we can see is algebraically, when we have something like x minus 4, x plus 3 equals 0, the solution or root is when one of these brackets equals 0. So either x minus 4 equals 0, which means x equals 4, or x plus 3 equals 0, so x equals minus 3. So if we were to plot this graph, the graph would cross the x-axis at positive 4 and minus 3. Now, what this means is we can generate what would be the equation for a graph so long as we know the roots. So, for our first question, what is the equation of quadratic graph that has roots x equals minus 2 and x 5. So we can use that sort of idea. So x minus 2 equals 0. Rewrite that. X equals minus 2. So x plus 2 equals 0. So this is going to be one of our brackets. Or x equals 5. So x minus 5 equals 0. So this is going to be another of our brackets. So x plus 2, x subtract 5 equals 0. Now to get the equation of the graph, we're going to expand this. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. 2 times x is plus 2x. And 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. So if we simplify the middle terms, we're going to end up with x squared minus 3x minus 10 equals 0. And this is for the roots, so the equation of the graph would be y equals x squared minus 3x 10. Now, as I said before, we can also have where we have when the graph only crosses the x-axis once. So it only has one root. This is what we say is a repeated root. So if we have something like x minus 3 squared equals 0, the roots being x equaling 3, the graph would only cross once at positive 3. So it's when you have this bracket squared that you have these, what they say, repeated roots, and it only crosses the x-axis once.